Is there a worker shortage in Nebraska? And if so, what can we do about it?
Okay, so the Department of Labor and the Nebraska Chamber of Commerce have both said that yes, there is a worker shortage, or what feels like a worker shortage. We've had a really low unemployment rate in Nebraska for a really long time, actually. And last year was like 2.1%, something like that. That means that a very small population is actually looking for work and cannot find it. Even if all the people in that 2.1% found jobs tomorrow, we would still have a lot of job listings online, people looking for workers to fill roles. So it doesn't solve our problem. What we need to do is get people who have left the workforce back into the workforce. And that's difficult because something like 16.5% of our population is recently retired individuals. So we have a large aging population in Nebraska, and they're setting out to retire. And the pandemic actually pushed that timeline. A lot of people retired during the pandemic because of the work from home policies, because people weren't allowed into the office. They were working jobs that, quite frankly, were hard to do during a pandemic. So they just left the workforce. And I don't think we're going to get those people back. If they early retired, that's it. Mm-hmm. So we need to drive people back into the workforce that are obtainable. We're talking about mothers, people who left the workforce because childcare is unavailable. So in sort of a everything's connected sort of theory, the same things that will help with lowering the cost and accessibility of childcare will help with the worker shortage. There's something like 8% of people who are not looking for a job right now said that the reason that they do not have work or are not working is because of childcare. So if we make that more accessible, we can bring people back into the workforce. I also think just having policies like affordable housing, having public transportation, these types of policy changes help bring people into the workforce as well. So there's some common sense things that need to be done. There's also some big picture items that I don't think the state legislature can do, but the federal government can do. So like immigration, we have a large population in Nebraska of immigrants willing and ready to work, but they cannot because they don't have status. And so that's something that the federal government is going to have to work on. But I do think that there's some push to have that happen, hopefully in the coming years. So I think it's obtainable to get people back into the workforce, but it's going to take big legislation, big ideas, and I can do that.